the old coot here coming at you with a more in-depth review of these Victorinox Poultry Shears. Okay, some key points that you have to know are hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, check out the description section for links to some pretty cool products. Okay, just kidding. The best part of the shears is that they come with a lifetime guarantee, right? Victorinox says that they will, right here, first class stainless steel also guarantees a lifetime against any defects in material and workmanship caused by normal wear and tear, basically, is to paraphrase what that says. So if anything ever happens to these, if you bought them from, let's say, like Amazon Prime or whatever, you can try that way. Otherwise, just go into any Victorinox store or store that sells Victorinox, and you could always return or exchange them that way. So you get the idea. Some complaints, okay, people were complaining, oh my god, the handles are too thin, they're slippery, this and that, whatever. Like, I get it. If you're gonna dispatch or spatchcock an entire turkey, like a 15-pound turkey, your hands are gonna get oily or greasy. You know what? Just keep some paper towels next to you. Like, stop being a whiny, you know what I'm talking about. Wipe your hands before you use them. Done. That solves that problem. Some people had complained that this lever here, this locking mechanism, just magically opens up and that the shears open up on their own. No, these people are probably trying to use these things as a hammer. You know, everything is a hammer except a pair of pliers, but a pair of pliers could be a hammer too in certain situations. Don't use these poultry shears as a hammer and you won't have that issue, okay? Are you going to use them to open up a bottle of beer? No, get a freaking bottle opener, right? I'm being sarcastic, but it's like I'm looking at these reviews like on other websites and I'm like, what the hell are these people doing with these poor shears? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. It's Victorinox. It's a Swiss Army knife of poultry shears. Okay, these things are built like a tank. And I expect a lifetime, if not generational, use out of these things like this. Like, if you can find them at Goodwill, more power to you. Those are probably the best ones that were built way back when. But anyways, you get the idea. The spring breaking. There was talk that people had complained that the spring broke and this and that. What are they doing? Like, what are you people doing? I'm going to open these. Oh, wait. Let me weigh these and then we'll go back to the spring in a second. But just so you got all the measurements down and all that. So the cutting edge is like just shy of 4 inches. You know, if you really want to get there in the nitty gritty, you've got like this I call this the upper blade. The upper blade is somewhere around 3 3/4. If you flip them over, the lower blade cutting edge is right around like 3 inches. It's just shy, like 2 3/4 inches. And then you do have this nice bone notch here for going through like turkey legs and chicken legs and heavier ribs and that kind of stuff. This notch basically gives you the confidence to know that the shears aren't going to slip around on you, move around on you, potentially cut you. You know, anything is possible. But what I would do to just build up your confidence as you're using these is go through small bones first. Like, go through like chicken rib bones. You know what I mean? Those little small ones. Go through those with the main cutting edge. Then try the notch on a few things, you know, just to kind of build up your confidence. And then the more confident you get, the heavier duty you can probably get. You may want to two-hand these if you are going through some heavier duty bones like turkey, huge drumstick bones. You get the idea. But anyways, your overall total length is around 10 inches, give or take, which comes out to around 25 and a half or so, 26 centimeters, in case you're that European measure crowd or whatever. So let's weigh these. So I weighed these in another video, but I'm going to do them here too. Turn on the hand data scale. By the way, the shears, the scale, a lot of other cool products are down in the description section, so make sure to check that out for all those cool links. So in grams, these weigh 340 grams. If we go to ounces, they weigh 3/4 of a pound, which translates into 12 ounces. So you get the idea, right? 12 ounces, 3/4 of a pound, or 11.99 ounces if you really want to get technical. But anyways, you get the idea. So now let's go back to this. Let's go back to the spring mechanism that I was reading about. The people were complaining that they broke the spring. This spring is built like a tank. Okay, it's hard. It's pretty damn hard to break this thing unless you deliberately try to rip the handles apart beyond the limits of what the spring is anyway. And I don't know why the heck somebody would do that. But the way you undo this, and it is spring loaded, there's about 1 pound to 2 pounds of spring tension on here that's trying to push the handles apart. And this locking mechanism is what's holding them together. So if you squeeze, right, squeeze and then undo the locking mechanism. Try to do this with 2 hands, by the way. I'm the old coot, so I can do this with 1 hand. Hopefully I don't get cut anytime soon. Okay, so anyways, that's the limit. That's as far as you want to stretch out these handles, right? Which is, let's measure this because that's something that I haven't done in any other videos. So you need, or you have around, let's say 7.5 inches here to open these up, which means this distance right here, because I know some of you are going to ask that. So from tip of the blade to tip of the blade, you're looking at about 4.5 inches, 4 3/4 inches, give or take, of openness up here. Down here at the bone notch, you've got around 1/2 inch or so, give or take. So when somebody posts up a comment and they're like, yeah, the spring broke, my assumption, like if I were a mythological creature, I would be the assumable snowman. I think the reason why they're breaking the spring is because they're trying to pry these apart wider than what the limits of the equipment is, right? You don't take a Honda Civic and try to bring it up to 220 miles an hour on its normal 4-cylinder engine, right? You could, but I guarantee you something's going to break. And it's the same thing here. You know, you could pry these apart further than what the spring limits are, but I think you're just asking for trouble, and you're asking for a visit to the hospital, perhaps, maybe in some situations, only on Tuesday, just saying, you know, maybe. But anyways, that's what that complaint was, and I think that's how I dealt with it. Like I said, stop being a whiny little, you know what, and just freaking use the equipment the way it's meant to be used, okay? Stainless steel. Some people were saying that this thing was rusting. There's no freaking way this thing could. The only way that I could possibly see this thing rusting is if somebody took it to the ocean, buried it in the sand for like 2 weeks, and then took it out, and then, oh my God, they rusted. It's inconceivable, right? Like Princess Bride. How can anyone say that these things rusted? They're stainless steel. They don't rust. That's how it works. This is Victorinox stainless steel. I don't think these things would rust. What I would do to prevent any kind of rusting in the first place is use them. You know, go ahead and use them, right? After you're done using them, within like an hour or two, let's say, wash them in warm soapy water, rinse them in clean water, and then stick them in like a dish rack and let them air dry until they're completely dry, which should be like anywhere from 4 to 6 hours. You know, if you want to go in with a towel and wipe them down, that's totally fine. How would I dry them? I would wash and dry them exactly like this. I would leave them open, wash them, get in every little nook and cranny, you know, use a bristle brush maybe in this kind of area, use the softer side of a sponge for maybe like the broader, flatter, whatever parts of the shears or whatever. And then just after you rinse them off with some clean water, then just dry them off with a paper towel. And then I would still let them sit out like on the kitchen counter or whatever, open like this for about 4 to 6 hours so that they're completely dry before I close them back up, lock them obviously, and then put them in whatever utility drawer I want to put them in. Or if you have one of those like butchers, you know, those knife carrying thingamabobber thingies, which there should be a link down in the description. They're down below. If there isn't, I'll put one up there soon, or down there soon. Anyways, hope this video helps some of you out there, that I try to tackle most of your questions. You know, how much does it weigh? How long is it? How long are the blades? How far does it open? What people thought about the locking mechanism here, what people thought about the spring, what people thought about rust. They do not come apart, by the way. You would need to undo that bolt right there, which I wouldn't touch. You know, it's manufacturer installed, and they pounded the bolt part down and through so that the nut wouldn't come undone. Bolts and nuts, nuts and bolts, nuts and bolts and nuts and bolts. Just saying. So I wouldn't try to take these apart. I don't think there's a reason to anyway. I think between, you know, using 2 hands and maneuvering these, I think you should be able to get into every crevice and nook and cranny and whatever. I personally need to give these a thorough good wash and a drying and all that good stuff. And I will be back at you with another video soon. But please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button down below, hit the notification bell if you want to be notified of when future videos like this come out. Check out the description section for links to cool products, including this. the scales, some other roasting utensils and kitchen stuff that's coming up for the holidays, right? We got Thanksgiving coming up and all that good stuff. Hit the comment section, post up a comment. You never know when your comment could become a future video. So, or just say hi. You know, I like hearing back from the fan. It's you people, you crazy people in a good way, that are out there in YouTube land that are watching this video is the reason why I have this channel, right? Highest quality products we can find at the lowest possible prices. These are worth their weight in gold. They should last a lifetime, if not generations, for a very long time. Anyways, you get the idea, but highest quality, lowest prices. You are going to pay, this is October 2023, you are going to pay somewhere in the neighborhood of between $50 to $60 for these. Quick tip, what I would do is put them in your cart, right? If you're going to go through Amazon, put them in your cart and then put them in that box that says save for later. You check the box or you click the box that says save for later and just wait till they go on sale. If they're 10% off, 20% off, buy them because they rarely go on sale. If you absolutely need them and you have to pay full price, believe me, it's an investment. $60 now, these are going to be worth $100 years from now. So if you can buy them now, get them. Buy and hold, right? Stock market tip for the day. Buy and hold. Buy them, pass them on down to your kids, next generation, whatever. Donate them, give some to some schools that really need, whatever you want to do for the chef in your life. Give them as a present. You know, Christmas present, you're trying to find something that's around like 50, 60 bucks. Great idea, especially for someone who loves to cook. Anyways, I will be back at you with another exciting video. Have an awesome day.